Excuse me. Are you further?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
But where are
This
the
town
terraces?
is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters.
Hanging lanterns! Keep it up!
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
Looks like we won't be getting back to drinks.
I take back to Gilbert's.
Fucking men of the wrong.
I need a drink. Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
Why is the tavern shut?
Clumsy lout. If anything's damaged, it's the lash.
My carpets have bright...
Take a sniff, good sir.
Kneaded to a silken soft. Like eating a cloud with a crust.
Lights and buds! Oh, just look at the detail.
Wait, incense!
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it.
A 1,000 gil for a measly bunch of...
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Light meat and dark. Fresh from the...
It would make a fine gift.
Is this the place?
Lubo's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
So it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do...
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he...
And yet but... I want you to put an... Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid.
What trouble? If you're going to...
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey.
What did you...
My apologies. A word of follow the crystal. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy.
It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with... Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor...
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Excuse me.
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thief. Pilfering the crystals. Us common folk have hardly had a And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market. A deposit?
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. Well, I hope you gave... What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of...
You have...
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you?
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way.
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for what? The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their heart. The men of the Rock.
Is that so? I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. They'll probably be back at the inn by now.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you. The one who broke all. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd asked for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dropped. Meanwhile, members of... I'll wager those soldiers...
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, and put an end to the
Ha! It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Run like the wind.
Attack! Go, Corporal! Sick 'em! Over here! Corporal, kill! Go, Corporal! Get him! Attack! Go to him! This one!
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord.
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh?
Why? To collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are ally, and being such good friends, we elected to... And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Go for it! Get him! I'm just getting warmed up. Get him! Over here! Sick him! It's over! Over here! All yours, Torgal! Over here! Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh?
I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. Such a shame you didn't have more of an awe.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle. I hardly expected one so venerable.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well,
indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You... It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the... Ugh!
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it...
Thank you.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Umia los Delan. Tu Isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish...
Thank you.
Not at all.
Come on, Uncle.
Clive. You and I. What? Alas. Still. Ours is a blessed... At least they did. So... How very fit... Of course... There's simply no other way. Farewell now.
I've never even forged a button. Perhaps Forge Master Luke.
I wouldn't put it past.
Oh, wait. Sorry. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask.
I know how busy
I'd be a...
So,
Good question. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind.
the way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving. We need information.
You're right. There's no point now. There's plenty of folk in Dallum. There's the butcher, of course. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think I'll talk to every cook I can find.
All right.
Let's hope that someone says something.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpets have bright...
Needed to a silken...
Welcome, sir.
A question. I need to know what makes a good carving.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy...
So a knife that stays sharp.
Everything I've worked for. All those years of toil. The baths are closed. On second thought,
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business. I've no doubt that my woes... But I can't go and investigate for fear of my... I'm bound to these baths.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you. These baths are all that keep me from my livelihood, my...
Silver platters! Hanging lantern!
Ha! They've opened the gate!
Lubor was true to his word.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal. How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Well, we can make our way back to the fact. Now at least.
$1,000 gil for a new...
I'll be asking for you again.
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins!
It would make a fine gift for your beloved. She'll look at you.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
You're going to drink my pockets dry. I need to drink.
Fucking men of the wrong.
If you can't even...
Finally, we'll be able to get what's owed us.
What is it?
Sorry.
Hunter?
I have a question.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment.
Can't be dealing with a brittle blade. Not your knife snaps every time you use it. You'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard.
Thank you.
All business, eh? Manner.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Take a sniff, good
Yes,
sir.
they're quite sorted.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that
all the cooks said were too heavy and they do his shoulder.
So we're no better off than when we start. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his... But that can't be right. No.
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start.
Agreed.
Right. I've been trained. Trouble is, meaning someone is gonna...
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. A merchant. A favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Velcro. I bet she'd know a thing.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpet. Have brighter places.
Certainly explain why we haven't been getting our fair share.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. Be safe. Any luck?
Well, I asked her, but...
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, they're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it?
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect. He would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark...
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how...
Looks like I've got some learn. Clive,
The limestone. Besides...
I can't... You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is...
Then I suppose I'll meet you back...
Right you are. So, do you crush it up, or just... throw it in the furnace?
No need to ride from here.
It would make us
The juiciest meat
To a
from
silken softness.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Just look at it. Sweet incense. What
We should get going soon. Do you have
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as then allow me to share. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Almeki and Waloed are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice,
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead. If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already.
I don't plan on dying.
Well, so long as you have...
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Southern needs.
What the hell are those?
By the flames. That explains the heat. Get him! Over here! This one. This one. Over here. Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Well, this is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little while.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this isn't.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both. She's got quite a gift for teaching, that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon. That'll do, I reckon. A knife for...
It's a fine-looking blade.
That sounds like Mike.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava: know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.